Well, we have huge news on the Toyota front. Both Toyota and Lexus products are getting recalled, more of them. So you may remember in 2022 to 2023, Toyota recalled a bunch of Tundra engines, Lexus products as well, with the 3.4-liter twin turbo. Recently, we had a video with Ryan Gregg, and he said, hey, this recall is going to get expanded. And I caught a lot of flack for that, people saying, hey, come on, you don't have any data. Well, now Toyota is finally announcing they are expanding the recall, but not to all of the products I think that are affected. I hope they do expand this in the future. Let's dive into this announcement from Toyota today. So this is big. This is directly from the Toyota newsroom today, November 6th. Toyota is conducting a safety recall involving certain model year 2022 through 2024 Toyota Tundra, Lexus LX, the Lexus GX in North America. Approximately 127,000 vehicles are affected by this. There is a possibility that certain machining debris may not have been cleared from the engine when it was produced. Again, the same story that we heard from 2022 to 2023. With the involved vehicles, this can lead to potential knocking, engine rough, running, engine no start, and or loss of motive power. Now, super interesting is in the Facebook groups today, a bunch of people with 2024 Tundras are already getting notifications about this. Now, I just bought a new Ram. Yeah, you guys can make fun of me in the comments and thinking that Stellantis is going to be better than Toyota, but hey, this is why. Actually, the week I was looking to purchase a truck, I went and test drove them all, and I saw this post, a 2025 TRD Pro, less than 19,000 miles, 10 months, and he has a blown main bearing. Once I saw this post, it was like, yeah, it's done. I'm not going to look at the Tundras anymore, even though I still kept going back and test driving them. So perfect example. This is a 25, not included in the latest recall, but hopefully they'll start including these as well, because these probably have a late 2024 build date. And this was another example on November 1st, official statistic. This guy had engine debris and bearing failure at 44,000 miles. So you wonder, is debris really causing them to fail that late in the game? 44,000 is a lot of miles. I've seen some with 100,000 that have failed. This is a 2024 SR5. So yeah, I didn't want to take the gamble. I'll probably have other issues like electrical problems. Who knows? Maybe my Ram will have bearing problems as well. But hey, it's a pick your poison world. Pick the snake that has the least amount of poison, I suppose. So here's an example, and I'll show you some of the comments in response to this. If you've got a 2024 Tundra, check your application on your phone if you have it installed, because they're probably going to get notified. So this guy says, just got the notification on my 2024 Tundra TRD Sport with 60,000 kilometers. No issues so far. He gets this notification that basically what's going to happen is he's going to get a recalled engine, a new crate engine, due to debris being identified. And in response to this, there were a ton of comments. This guy has a 2024. He says, yep, mine showed up too. 2024 TRD Sport, 11/23 build date, currently 13,000 miles. Another one, build date, March of 2024, just received the notice via his app as well. So it's happening. I'm not entirely happy with Toyota still, because they're still not including the 2025s that were built in late 2024. And as we know, Ryan Gregg had mentioned in our last video that, hey, up until probably November of 2024, this was occurring. That affects some 2025s. But what we're seeing now is that they probably don't want to put a stop sale. This is just an assumption on my part. They probably don't want to put a stop sale if they've got leftover 2025s on the lot, and they want to wait till all those are sold if they're going to have to expand this later on. So I checked NHTSA, and sure enough, the 2024s, it doesn't have the full recall report in here, so I'll have to do another video on that to give you guys details. I want to see how they investigated this. I want to see all the new investigation reports. I think that's going to be revealing so that we can start to determine, is this really debris? Or is it a design issue? Because this just seems bizarre at this point. We're a long ways into this and saying that it's still debris. This newsroom announcement from Toyota, it doesn't have a lot of extra information in here. It just says customers will be notified about this issue early January 2026. They're already being notified in the application. So this is already underway. What bugs me about this is that they are including 2022 through 2024 Tundras. They don't say anything about the hybrids. If you look at the sales numbers, I bet that's not including hybrid vehicles, just a hunch. Although I think, are the GX only hybrid? I don't know. I'll have to go double check. I'm not as familiar with the SUV lineup in Lexus because that's just not in my realm. But 127,000 seems like a pretty low number when you consider how many hybrids are sold and how many Tundras they sold. So I'm not even sure if they're including all 2024s at this point. Time will tell. I think they are trying to punt the ball down the road, and my guess is this is not going to cover everybody, and certainly not the 2025s that we've already seen failing. By the way, Ryan Gregg had sent me this notification this morning, so I was kind of on the lookout for it. Ryan didn't want to come on the show. He is extremely disappointed in Toyota, but he did want to say, he's more sad than anything. He's a Toyota fan through and through. The guy's a Toyota loyalist, loves Toyota, and he's just kind of saddened by the situation. He's kind of proof that, hey, if you guys are Tundra guys, follow what Ryan Gregg says, because all of his information has kind of checked out, and we're starting to see it play out now. So as I said before, I'll keep you guys up to date. Once they drop the full investigation to NHTSA, I think that'll be a very telling kind of sign of what direction this is going to take and how long this is going to go on in Toyota products. This is why I didn't buy one. I got to be honest with you guys, man. I wanted to buy a Toyota. Everybody could see it. They knew I was checking them out, and I knew they had this problem. I've just had such good luck with Toyotas in the past that I didn't want to leave them yet, but this issue really turned me off, and now it's proving to be even bigger. This is an admission from Toyota. This is going to cost them so much money. I mean, this is insane. They have to get this issue figured out. But at this point, what do you guys think? Do you think this is an engineering issue, or do you think it is a debris issue? Do you think we saw images of all the debris problems, the hanging chads inside the engine that Ryan Gregg had. I mean, those would definitely cause problems in an engine if that metal's getting out. But even that, I start to think about that, like, well, if that metal got out and kind of circulated through the system, it'd probably get caught in the oil filter or something. Maybe it isn't debris. I don't know. Maybe it's these variable oil pumps. You see it across all brands now. I just saw Dave's Garage talking about another 6.2 liter. It didn't even make it to a customer's vehicle. They couldn't even put it in a vehicle. It had 0 miles on it. It was already considered bad with the crankshaft issue. So I would love to know what you guys think. Engineering issue or debris issue, or maybe a little bit of both. What do you guys think? I mean, we do see some high mileage ones, 200,000 miles on some, but those are all highway mileage, people out on the highway doing probably 70, 80 miles an hour. When you get that high of mileage in 2 or 3 years, your oil pump is always good. You're not doing a lot of start-stop. So all sorts of theories on this, but at the end of the day, at least Toyota's taken care of some more Tundra owners, still not the hybrids. Man, rough. Anyway, thanks for watching. Till next time.